Alright, let me give this one more go. Alright, where do I begin? Well, I guess first things first. Hello Homo sapiens, welcome back to my skateboarding loving YouTube channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. For this topic in this video, I want to talk about how I lost some of the love for skateboarding, but then got some of it back again. Just a teeny bit, or maybe not a teeny weeny bit, maybe it's more than that. I'm not quite sure. I never really have done the soul searching to ask myself how much of the love I got back. But before talking about how I got some of the love back, I want to talk about how I lost some of it to begin with. Alright, I guess I'll list a couple reasons why. I guess the first one, or one of the reasons why, is because I was so desperate for consistency. Like, all these harder flip tricks that I used to have down so well, or better, I don't have them. Like, I can't land them. Or at least if I do, it's going to take me at least like a half an hour, 20 minutes. I don't really feel like seshing on one trick for that long. Well, unless it's something that I'm really motivated to do, which you will see later in the video when I'm done explaining after the session. Okay, for my harder flip tricks, I don't really have them down anymore, or at least not consistently. My front heel is there, but I just can't land it consistently. Same thing for varial heel flip, for frontside flip, backside heel flip, varial flip. All those tricks that you guys have seen me land, they're just not there anymore. I think I am partly to blame for this, because if I kept practicing them every single day, maybe that would help me get better. But sometimes I just never really felt the motivation to, you know? I think often I've been a little bit too impatient, not that much, but maybe just a little bit too impatient. Obviously, I have been putting the work in. I've been practicing these tricks for months now, more than a year now with some of them. And I think the fact that I just lost some of them, it's kind of it's unmotivating in a way for me. Because how have I been working on them for so long, constantly practicing them, and now it's just not really there anymore. I would practice them every day, every other day, yet for some reason it's just not there anymore. Part of me kind of stopped practicing some of them, like frontside flips. I just didn't really feel like practicing them. I tried them again, I think back in April or May of this year, but maybe, I think another part that plays into that consistency is me often taking the trick a little bit sketchy. Because I often think oftentimes I think I am a bit too much of a perfectionist, which I am at times. So I try not to push myself too hard, which I still end up doing anyway, if that makes any sense to you guys. And then just not being able to land it has been super duper frustrating. Varial flips, hell, I landed 5 to 6 varial flips in one damn day. Now every single time I do it, I do it like a pop shove it, or just miss the flick, or just catch it on the other side of the board and it doesn't land on, it doesn't land on the wheels or the bolts or anything. It doesn't work. Same thing goes for the other tricks. One time I did 14, 15 frontside heel flips back to back consistently, and it just wasn't there. And I went back to the basics, tried practicing those, improving my kick flips. I wanted to work on those because I thought that if I improved on my kick flip, that I could improve on my other tricks. But it's just kind of been unmotivating. I just think the fact that I lost them for a while and they weren't really consistent is what really messed me up and made me not want to try them anymore. Which is kind of sad, because maybe if I kept going with them and just started practicing them more and more, maybe they would work. Which is kind of crazy, because oftentimes I probably spend maybe 45 minutes to an hour and a half just trying to do one trick. Oftentimes I ask myself, is that even worth it? All of that time I could be doing something else, which really has me wondering, if it's not consistent, then why am I even trying it? And obviously for other tricks that I'm learning, I want to get those consistently. But the fact that I learned these previously and they're just gone after all the work that I put into them constantly, it kind of motivated me, you know? It hit me hard. So, yeah, that's part of it. And I think I think just that desire for consistency really did ruin it for me. And just me just being too hard on myself. Like one time, like, you guys haven't seen me do this because I choose not to put it in my video, because if I were to edit that, I'd be like, wow, this is horrible. Like, I would often rage or throw my helmet or start freaking saying a bunch of cuss words, freaking F-bombs, and this is a bunch of stuff you guys do not want to see me do. Like, or at least, I don't know. It's just, I just got mad a lot. Heck, there was even a time where I got so mad I said that I hated skateboarding. And then, like, as I was watching the video, I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Why the hell would I say that? Clearly I don't, but me saying that is reinforcing those other negative thoughts that I was talking about, which is what I'm trying to change. So, that's part of it. But enough of me talking about this. I'm going to go into how I fell back in love with the skateboarding, and maybe some other stuff that contributed to also making me not want to do it. So, enjoy this session that I had a couple of days ago. I hope you guys enjoyed just as much as I did. Let's go. Let's go! Woo! We fucking got it! Let's go! Guess what I can do?
guys see that tail slide? You learned that today. I learned the big slide.
I'm gonna count it.
That shit was fine.
My foot came off on like all three of them. I can't be a perfectionist, I guess.
When I had that session, I just had fun. I didn't care. I didn't think about progressing, or I didn't really think about, pushing myself too hard, I think, honestly, I think what made it a lot more fun was the fact that I stopped trying axle stalls. I could give less of a damn about that trick now at this point. I've been practicing them on and off for like a year or two now, and it's just not clicking. I lean too far forward, I kick turn too early, habits that are just been there for a while, they're not getting better. I'm like, you know what, let me just let it go. Let it, I just didn't care about it anymore. I just decided to try something else, which is why I tried tail stalls. I got that a lot better than I ever did with an axle stall. You guys have seen me do axle stalls before, but it's not consistent. And I just chose to simply let it go. I focused on tail stalls. I tried to work on something else. And even when tail stalls weren't working, I didn't really film this whole entire portion, but I started seshing the ledges or the flat bar. I even had a game of skate with an old friend of mine that I met back last year in November. I think it was the guy who was it. He ollied a force there for his first time, if you guys saw that video. And I just had a blast. I didn't really care that much. Then I went back to it, and then I landed it. And then I did it again and again and again. And it was super duper fun. Everyone was cheering me on, I was cheering them on. It was just overall a really good time. So, I guess how to say this? Well, obviously I prefer skating park probably more than street. All I ever really skate is flat ground and street, Like, obviously the streets is super duper creative and all, that's why it's hella popular, but for me, I think I'm kind of the exact opposite. I think the fact that I've been doing it for so long, I just think I want to move on to other stuff, like skateboarding park, and the fact that I can't always make it there because, well, I can't get a ride, or... What the hell? Who's lighting fireworks? It's the 6th of September. It ain't the 4th of July? Bro, alright, you know what? Screw that. How did I know it was gonna be fireworks? Alright. You're just gonna have to ignore that sound. I'm very sorry. You know what? I'm not sorry, because I'm not the one who's doing it. But the person who is should be sorry. But, anyway. Just me simply trying to enjoy park more and just focusing more on park. Like, I just had more fun that way. I didn't take it so seriously. I didn't beat myself up about anything. I just had fun. And I think me constantly forcing myself to do these certain tricks to get better with my flat ground skating, like those harder flip tricks, made me not want to do it. So, I think what I'm trying to say here is that if you hit a rough patch, you know what, there's one more thing I also want to say before I say that final thought. Oftentimes, like, I would want to change things up, but I have no idea what to work on. For some reasons, like, such as I don't want to work on other tricks. Like, some tricks, like the harder flip tricks, I want to get consistently. It's like, I just want to focus on those. I don't care about that trick or that one. I just want to focus on those main harder flip tricks. And I guess I could be a bit stubborn about it, but it's like a tunnel vision. All I see is this, nothing else over here or over here. I think you guys will get the analogy that I'm trying to make here when it comes to my skateboarding. But I think I know where I'm going with this. I think what I'm trying to say here is that I don't want to let my, you know what, I honestly, I had no idea how to explain this before, but I think I finally got it. I'm not going to let my failures define my skateboarding. I think I finally figured that crap out. Because I was filming this before, and I stopped to think for a second, and I'm like, what do I say here? Like, I clearly had something going here. Like, clearly I had something to say that was the overall lesson or the main thing that I learned from, having the session and skating and doing what I did. But I think the main point is that I don't want to let my failures define how good I am at skateboarding. It took me a while to figure that out, but it just popped in my head now. I'm not going to let all the hard flip tricks that I don't have down consistently make me feel like I'm not good enough. Those tricks are still there, but clearly they're not here at the moment. So, screw them. I think I might just take a break from them and maybe just try something else. because clearly it's not working. I've been trying it for a while, it's not getting better, and it's just completely unmotivating me. So I think the thing that I want to do is take a break from those. Don't let those tricks that I'm not getting define how good of a skater I am, and just move on. You know? Basically, if I don't have certain tricks down after practicing them for a while, it doesn't mean that I'm not progressing at skateboarding. Every single day I'm riding on the board, I'm obviously getting better, and I'm obviously improving. If I was sitting on my lazy butt or lying in bed all day, then sure, I would not be progressing at all. But I think just simply me going out to skate and just trying my best, I think I'll be improving no matter what. So regardless of whether I have certain tricks down or not, or whether I fail, I think I'm still going to be getting better. So I think I just want to keep that in mind as well. I think I often have a hard time moving on because I want to have everything so perfect. But then that's the problem. Nobody's freaking perfect. Like, me saying that right now, I'm saying it, but I'm not mentally realizing it. So I guess I'm kind of a hypocrite for that, in a way. But I'm going to try not to let my failures define my skateboarding anymore. I think that obviously, the more that I fail, the more I'm going to freaking get better and learn, but I haven't gotten that mindset down completely yet. Or, I think I have, but sometimes it's like on and off, because if I just let my failures get to me, I probably would have quit skateboarding like freaking 5 years ago. I would not still be doing this, sitting in front of a camera and talking to you guys about this right now. So, I think what I'm mainly trying to say here is just don't let your failures in skateboarding define how good you are at skateboarding. I think I'm going to try to use that aspect and that mentality moving forward, because I really do want to change that, because I know I can freaking do it. I can do all those harder flip tricks. They're just not there at the moment. So I think that's basically the lesson of this video. If you guys want to add your input into it, leave it in the comments below. I'm most likely going to agree with what you guys are saying, because I feel like we all have a connection here. And I think that's it for this video. If I keep going on, I'm just going to keep rambling about other stuff, but I think you guys get the idea. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys liked this video as much as I did making it. And I'm going to go now and edit this and post it, because why the hell not? Love you all. Bye-bye.